Good afternoon. Welcome to a Monday Moon Musing. And so, for those of you who are new, this is where I get to jump in and share a little bit about what is going on with the moon energy, which I have not had an opportunity to come on and do in a really long time. So, we have a new team member who is going to be helping me get all of the Moon Musings things up and running and ready to go again, which I'm pretty excited about. And as you can see, I am hanging out outside. And so you can see my neighbor's house. But I am hanging out outside. We are moving into another heat wave, which is really nice. For those of you who know where I am, we are in the middle of northeastern Ontario, Canada, where winters are very long. And so I'm definitely enjoying the sun. As you can see from my shoulders, we spent some time outside this weekend, which was really nice. It was a holiday weekend for us. And I know that tomorrow for our US friends, they are having a holiday on Monday or tomorrow. And so, so that's kind of where we're at. So we celebrated Canada Day this weekend with lots of festivities, lots of family activities going on. So I got to spend time with my family this weekend, which was really nice. And so I'm going to share a little bit about what's going on with this moon phase and the moon energy this week and where it's leading us to. And so you can also catch it on the blog post. So wherever it is that you are watching this or listening to this, there is a link for you to be able to get to the blog post, which is going to be up and running very shortly. But you'll have access to all of the posts there, and Sai is getting ready to get all the past ones done, but obviously the lives are not going to be done, but we're doing that now. Moving forward, July, second portion, getting things going. So we are, we started off this morning with being in the waxing gibbous moon, and at 7:38 a.m. Eastern time, so Eastern Daylight Time, we moved into the full moon energy. And so what we also started this week in Capricorn energy was started yesterday. And so the earth energy is all about being able to be grounded and practical and stable, while the Capricorn in particular is about work, ambition, career, and where you leave your mark. And so that's where it is that you're actually carrying forward this energy this week. And as we move into as we're carrying this full moon energy, it's really about being able to be practical. So really important for us to make sure that we're still having fun while we're getting all of our ducks in a row. And I just thought that it was actually perfect timing that today is the day that we're starting with our Monday moon musings, as we're moving into this this phase this week as we restart doing the live calls. So or the live replays. And so I guess they're calls. They're still calls, whatever they're called. And so, but this particular moon is very much about being able to be sensible and pragmatic, and but it also carries forward a long-term strategy of being of all the strategic planning of what it is that you need to be doing, that kind of thing. So it actually has strategy. So it's not just earth moon energies are very much on task in getting things done, and are mainly detailed oriented. So the Capricorn is no different. So Capricorn has that long-term strategy. What is it going to look like long-term? And like I said, perfect timing that we are starting with the calls again, or the live recordings again. So the full moon is about that make it or break it. So at the new moon, we set our intentions and we move forward as to what it is that we want it to look like. And so the full moon is when it actually comes to being. And so this is where we have that practical piece and we have that connection. And so during a full moon phase, we're focusing on results and forgiveness and gratitude. And so results doesn't mean that whatever it is that we set our intentions for may be completed. It might be, depending on how things are going, but it's about being able to celebrate those little wins. So if it is something that is full completion, then yay, fantastic. But if it's not, it's just that little piece of of connection. So this is where you want to be able to celebrate the small wins and the big wins during this time. So it's not just one thing over the other. So that's where we're starting this energy on this Monday. And so then we're going to move into Tuesday, which is we're going to move into a very short void moon. So void moons are when we're in that transition from one energy to the next. So we're going from Capricorn into Aquarius energy, and so like that's that that's halfway between the aspects of the two energies, and so like it's not really reflecting one energy over the other, or both energies are still there, but it's not as intense as it is when you first move into the different stages. So you're moving into that like lull of switching from one to the next. And so Aquarius is a great time for socializing and having fun. Aquarius is all about technology and modernization. So just being able to get all of those things done that we want to, but being able to think outside of the box is a really good time during Aquarius energy. So that Aquarius energy gives us that time to be able to think about what do we want to do differently? How do we want to look at things differently? So that's that's carrying forward. And then, as I said, we're moving from that in that void moon again a little later. So Pisces water energy. So like this Aquarius moon is going to lead us into Thursday, where we move into another very short void moon, and then we move into Pisces energy. So Pisces is all about water. It's the end of the zodiac sign. So it is where we have that opportunity to be able to like start fresh, or like kind of end things to where we are, because we're at the end of that. And so that's where we're carrying that energy, that Pisces water moon energy of being able to get things done. And so the full moon energy, so very shortly after we move out of that full moon energy. So full moons are always about 3 days before, 3 days after. So each one of the phases are 3 days before, like it's about a week in terms of like the entire phase energy. And in this case, we move into very shortly after we get the full moon. Then it starts to disseminate. It starts to get smaller as it starts to shrink, getting ready for the new moon phase, which is going to be in about 2 weeks. And so we move into that waning, give us disseminating moon energy, and where we carry forward that gratitude that we had with the full moon energy, and we get that part going. And so that's where we kind of leave off with that until we get into Friday. And Friday we have another very short void moon, which is it's less than an hour that we move into that void moon from Pisces into Aries. Aries is all action. It's about getting things done. And so you may find the weekend very busy with the things that you have going on, because we're moving into that energy. And that's how we're going to end that week, is in that fire energy moon. But it's also really important for us to be able to remember to create balance. And so that we're not just going, that we still have some time for slowing down and doing the things that we need to, being able to carry that forward. Because then the last thing that we're going to do on this coming week is on Sunday we end in Aries, but we also end at 9:47 p.m. Eastern time, where we move into the last quarter moon phase. And this is all about trusting the universe, that we actually have what it is that we need, making sure that we do create that balance, that we have that time of being able to trust that all of our ducks are going to be in a row. And it may not look the way that we expect it to look like, but there is definitely a greater plan, and taking action is still really, really important. And so as we're moving into this, we need to make sure that as we're taking action, that we're also making sure that we're creating that balance. So that is what I have for you guys this week. I will be back on next week, and Sai and I will have that sounds really funny. So we will actually have all of our ducks in a row in terms of the being able to jump on and share what is happening during these moon phases during the week. I'm really excited to be back and doing these, and I will chat with all of you guys later. Have a great day. Bye for now.